Przyjechałam tutaj, bardzo mi się podobali ludzie, bardzo mi się podobały rozmowy z nim, chodzenie po ulicy, słuchanie ich. Bardzo mi się podobało, że poszedłem do kościoła katolickiego, czułam się tam jakby tamte małe dziewczynki, które tam siedzą, wyglądają jak małe hasyckie dziewczynki, małe Żydówki. Czuję się w zasadzie jak u siebie, nawet jedzenie tutaj jest takie jak u mnie w domu, z wyjątkiem może wieprzowiny.
O ile ten boczek? Jedno.
A muzyczka gra wesoło, wszystkie pary tańczą w koło, aby tańcowali, nie odpoczywali. Bańka mówi, nie bądź frajer, bo i mnie przenika fajer, chociaż wszyscy Polkę wolą, a piekiry polą. Powiadają w mieście Łodzi, że do maniki Felek chodzi, a niech sobie tam gadają, wszyscy chłopcy ją kochają. Ach ty Manika ukochana, wiem, że jesteś panna zwana, zresztą co tu dużo gadać, potrafi się z każdym nadać.
It just came because I was doing a show in Germany, and I was doing auditions for another show about the Arab-Israeli conflict, totally different issues. And then there was time till the casting. There was the casting, and then there was like a few weeks till the rehearsals from the audition, casting, whatever you call it here, you know. And then my wife said, "Why don't you go to? You always talk about Poland. Why didn't you go to Poland?" So I said, "Okay, I'll go to Poland. I am already in Germany. I'll up on a train and I'll go to Poland." You know. And the first city I came was this city, Łódź. Because this was the connection. I had a connection with a guy who said, my wife knew him, and he said, "Oh, you want to come to Poland? You can come to me." And so okay, I'll come here. I came to Łódź, you know. And my family was all over. My family was in Radzin, the main rabbi, then Bendin or Bendice, I don't know, you call it Sosnovich, you know, Warszawa and Łódź. I think it was the first time for me to feel what happened to my family, because you walk on the street and you see all the Star of Davids, and you see the Star of David on the gallows, you see these horrible things, the swastikas, and everything Jew, everywhere Star of David, and I think the first time I felt Jewish, whatever that means, you know, because I felt like, why are they doing this? And then I asked, why are you doing this? Why, what is this? So the first answers I got, it's hooligans, football clubs, soccer people, it's not. I said, but hooligans, but they get it from somewhere. If they are not educated, they hear it somewhere. Why Jew? So I decided I'll come again, and next time I'm gonna see the intellectual people.
Ale proszę z nami śpiewać.
And I stayed at the famed film school, right here down the streets, at the film school of Łódź, with students, obviously people who are educated. And I started asking them the questions. And I said, why do you have all these things here? And the first thing they said, what are you talking about? There is nothing. And I was standing in front, talking to them in front of the dormitory, you know, and I said, okay, there is nothing, let's go for a walk. And then the guy said, you are like all the Jews. You must win. So I said, you know what, I want to figure it out. What the fuck do you have against the Jews? Did you ever met a Jew except for me? What do you have against the Jews? And then what I heard the answers, the common answer was that the Jews, American Jews, control all the money in the world. And because of the Jews, Poland is poor because of what happened here during the war. The Jews, international Jews, make sure that money doesn't come to Poland, and that's why people eat from garbage cans. It's all because of the Jews. It's like, hello, good morning, wake up. And then I decided I need a Polish man with me who speaks the language, and who would go on the street and who interview the people. Yeah, so I came with Micha here, last year. And we walked on the streets and we asked people, hey, what do you think of the Jews? And you got religious answers. They kill Christ, you know, and they are big thieves.
Hey, ho!
And that's basically where the story is. I mean, it's like everywhere I go, I hear these stupid answers. And I was with the first pastor. I remember the first time when I was here, and the pastor asked me, because we stayed at a church, at the dormitory of a church, of a Baptist church here, and they asked me to speak. They always ask the Jew to speak, and they asked me to speak. So I spoke, and that was the first time I remember. And I spoke in English, and the pastor translated everything I said into Polish. And then in the closing remarks, I said this. I said, I'm Jewish. I'm not a religious person, and also I'm not a Christian. I don't believe in Jesus, but Jesus was my brother, and I think that if Jesus was alive today, right here next to us, standing in Łódź, and see all this anti-Jewish stuff, Jesus would come with a bucket of paint and paint it over, and I urge you to do the same. And the pastor stopped translating my words. And I am looking. The guy doesn't talk.
What was the reason which was painful for you? What was the most hurting? Why you react so strong?
Because underneath what it says is that Jew is bad. You know, this belongs to a Jew. This football team is a Jew. Jew is bad equals Jew. That's what it means. It's primitive. It's primitive anti-Semitism. It's not even political anti-Semitism. I mean, Poland today is with Israel, you know, politically, you know, with the United States politically, but the streets, the people, the masses, their thinking is that the word Jew is a dirty word. That's dangerous. I went to the guy who was supposed to be the chief rabbi of Łódź, and I said to him, what is this? Why is this anti-Semitism here? And he says to me, there is no anti-Semitism in Łódź. I said to him, and what is all this in the streets? He says, don't come from New York and preach to us. I said, I'm not preaching, I'm just asking. You know, hey, there is more anti-Semitism in New York than in Łódź. I said to him, excuse me, in New York, if you put these kind of things, this is a hate crime. If a person is caught doing this, goes to 3 years in prison. The police is cordoned off. Immediately the authorities paint it over. And then this rabbi is saying, I cannot talk to you because I am late for another appointment.
Europa syci się ludowizną, nie posłuchał, a Chrystus strisną. Za wodą stanę, też woda słodka, napoisz wolno, polisz wodka. Oj dana, oj lety, wypróbował brata z nowej planety. I kosmonauta jedno pamięta.
ja jestem Żydem, nie wierzę w Chrystusa, ale uważam, że Chrystus byłby moim bratem. Gdyby tutaj pojawił się, gdyby stanął obok mnie, zobaczył to, co się dzieje w Łodzi, wziąłby pędzel i zacząłby zamalowywać te wszystkie napisy.
Powiadają w mieście Łodzi, że do maniki Felek chodzi, a niech sobie tam gadają.